Here's the thing, and it's a thing that quite annoys me. I don't know anything about Bishop. Sean Hastings, 2015. Hello, and welcome to Visions of the Past. My name is Andrew, and I'm the host of this Assassin's Creed lore podcast. This is episode 42, and today we're going to talk about the assassin who acted as the handler for the initiates, Bishop. Before we get into Bishop's story, I want to take a moment and talk about her alias. Bishop is a boy's name of English origin that means overseer or guardian. When looking at Bishop outside of a boy's name, though, it's more interesting to me. The word itself dates back to the Greek word episkopos, meaning overseer. Bishop has 4 meanings, 2 of which I had not heard before. There are the bishops of the Christian clergy and the chess piece that can move as far as they want diagonally. But there is also the African weaver bird and a mulled and spiced wine that are also called bishops. In Assassin's Creed, though, the character is a handler and is first shown in Assassin's Creed Unity and returns in Assassin's Creed Syndicate. In both games, she is voiced by Kate Todd. Absolutely nothing is known about Bishop before 2014. This includes her birth date and her real name. What we do know is that in 2014, William Miles put her as the handler of the initiates, the hacker collective that were recruited to the assassin cause by Sean Hastings and Rebecca Crane. Her first act as the initiate's handler would be to help them synchronize genetic memories that the assassins retrieved from the Abstergo Industries Helix Cloud server. In November of 2014, Bishop reached out to an unnamed Helix user after they had played through the final months of the life of Jacques de Molay and explained that Abstergo was manipulating them to shift through these memories. After this, she asked them to go through a set of memories to introduce them to the Templars and Assassins. Once the Helix user finished the first set of memories from Arno Dorian, Bishop offered the user a chance to join the Assassins through the Initiate program. When the user accepted, Bishop showed them footage of Abstergo's Phoenix project, explaining that this project was using the Sage's high level of Isu DNA and trying to map the Isu genome, and that Arno's memories were chosen because at some point in his life he did encounter a Sage, and Bishop was hoping to find the Sage's remains before Abstergo did. Bishop would supervise the Initiate's Helix sessions to make sure that Abstergo wasn't finding out what they were doing, and decrypted Abstergo's confidential data while the Initiate ventured into the Helix rifts. The Initiate's research eventually determined that Arno buried the Sage Francois Thomas Germain's remains in the catacombs beneath Paris. Bishop was pleased with these results because it made the bones hard to locate and likely too degraded for DNA extraction. Bishop then requested that the user continue to search Arno's memories to gather more information that could help the assassins. Eventually, the Initiate found an additional sequence of memories where Bishop detected a glitch in the system that locked them out of the Helix data. Eventually, she stabilized the collection and allowed the Initiate to continue exploring Arno's memories, where they found out that Arno discovered an Apple of Eden under Franciade. In October 2015, Bishop sent Sean Hastings and Rebecca Crane to infiltrate Isabelle Ardant's office. Their mission? To find out what piece of Eden Abstergo was searching for. Bishop then reestablished contact with the Initiate that searched through Arno's memories, and tasked them to explore the memories of Jacob and Evie Fry, who both worked in Victoria-era London. While the Initiate started working on the memories, Sean and Rebecca decided to wait for Ardant to ambush her, though this did not make Bishop happy, because this was not part of the plan. It quickly went sideways, as Ardant called Otso Berg and Violet DaCosta into the room to apprehend the assassins. Sean and Rebecca escaped, though, after detonating a pre-planted explosive. Bishop eventually checked in with Sean and Rebecca, expressing her relief that they were not harmed. Bishop also informed them that the Initiate identified the piece of Eden as a Shroud of Eden. Sean asked for reinforcements to deal with Berg and Sigma Team, and Bishop agreed, calling in Galina Voronina to reinforce them. The next time that Bishop checked in with the assassins, she asked Sean why he was pushing himself so hard. He explained how he was trying to live up to Desmond's example, which was tough, considering he died while saving the world. Galena then surprised Sean and Rebecca, reassuring them that they were safe. After that, Bishop sought out the initiates and stressed that they were relying on them to find the shroud's location. Eventually, the initiate confirmed the shroud was hidden under Buckingham Palace. Once the assassins arrived at the palace, a fight broke out between them and Sigma Team. During the scuffle, Rebecca was shot, but Violet was able to get the shroud and remove it from the area. After the assassins fled the battle, Bishop patched in a camera feed to the initiate, showing exactly what Violet did with the shroud. Bishop later passed a directive from William Miles to all assassins, ordering them to locate Alvarero Grammatica's lab. She also told the initiates to continue going through the memories of Evie Fry and to maintain the link to the Helix servers. In December 2015, after the initiate was able to sync Evie's memories of the 1888 Autumn of Terror, Bishop gave another directive from William. This time, it was the Rooftop Garden Protocol, which instructed all assassins to remain professional on their network and, if they found Grammatica's lab, ordered them to not engage until a strike team was assembled. Additionally, Bishop informed the initiates that the assassins would be dropping out of contact until further notice. Because so little is known about Bishop, there are a few theories within the Assassin Brotherhood about her origins. Gavin Banks believes she is ex-CIA, and Harlan Cunningham thinks she's an ex-member of Erudito. The only assassin that supposedly knows the truth is Rebecca Crane, but she was sworn to secrecy. When Bishop was introduced in Assassin's Creed Unity, she felt like a character that was meant to be the main assassin in the modern day. She was the player's guide to the Assassin Brotherhood. When we saw anything the assassins did, it was always through her. After we saw the workings of Abstergo Entertainment and Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag and Assassin's Creed Rogue, it felt like she was driving the modern day story. As a character, she was just okay. She wasn't really good, but at the same time, she wasn't bad. She was missing a backstory, but she really didn't need it. Bishop was meant to be a liaison between the player and the assassin, and in that role, she performed perfectly. Personally, I don't mind her. She was pretty straightforward with what she said and didn't beat around the bush. She cared for her team and got upset when they deviated from the pre-established plan. I think she made for a great look into the assassins without you, I, or the other players actually being part of the Brotherhood. This could allow for the story to give only a limited view of the assassins and the Templars. Bishop's ability to give us an inside look into the assassins and Templars, albeit a limited view, ended up making me wanting more. We got so little of Bishop in the series, and have heard nothing of her since Assassin's Creed Syndicate. And I'd like to see more of her, but unless it happens with Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I don't see that happening. Unless they do something like they did with Gavin Banks, and his most recent appearance in the audiobook, Assassin's Creed Gold. Thank you for joining me today. Be sure to tune in every Tuesday for new episodes. If you love Visions of the Past podcast, I'd love for you to subscribe, rate, and give a review on Apple Podcasts. If you have any questions about Assassin's Creed or topics that you'd like me to cover, you can find me over on Twitter and Instagram at visions_AC, and you can find those links in this episode's show notes. Until next time, my assassin friends, make sure to follow the creed, and to those Templars listening, may the Father of Understanding guide you.